Check me out. It's gonna be some morning inspiration for everybody, you know what I mean? All the experienced drivers, all the drivers that are just coming into the game, the people out there that's getting out there getting their CDL, you know what I mean? If I have influenced your decision in any form, shape, way or form, into becoming a truck driver or coming here to VL or starting at Trans Am, because I used to do Trans Am videos, or you know what I mean, all the people that always ask me questions about Trans Am and all that, bro. If I influence a decision in any form, way, shape, way or form to come into trucking, you know what I mean, that's good enough for me, you know what I mean? I want everybody to eat. If I influence your decision into making the choice of becoming a lease operator, I appreciate that also, you know what I mean? It that builds my energy, you know what I mean? If I can help someone, that, that's good enough for me. If you're eating food, if you're making bread, you know what I mean, that's good enough for me, you know what I mean? I want to see everybody eat. I like to see people win, you know what I mean? I'm not all for myself, you know what I mean? I met this dude the other day when I was at I was fueling at a small fuel stop, and I went inside, and them small pumps, you gotta run. Sometimes it only runs to like $75, and because I was doing a tractor, it's gonna take a lot more than that. So I went in there a couple times to get the pump restarted, and he's like, "You like truck driving?" You know what I mean? And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, you get to see the country and all that. It's a lot of sacrifice. You know what I mean? It's a lot of sacrifice to be away from your family and all that." I'm going to talk about that with your mental health and trucking too, especially when it just started coming in the game. You know what I mean? But he was telling me that he's gonna get his CDL in January, you know what I mean, and he was pretty excited, you know what I mean. So, and I gave him a few tips, like just starting out, what it's gonna be like, you know what I mean. And he was pretty excited. He came outside and watched me hooked up back to the trailer, bro. I don't know if you would ever see this video, but shout out to you, you know what I mean. All the best on your CDL journey. That's what I mean. Yeah, man. I got another female here. I ain't gonna put her name out, you know what I mean? She works at VL, you know what I mean? We talk a few times. You know what I mean? She's thinking about doing the leasing also, you know what I mean? So give her all the knowledge that I have about the leasing and how she should run the lease and all that stuff, and she's gonna make the decision soon, you know what I mean? Shout out to you, and do what I told you about that YouTube thing, you know what I mean? Can't smoke no weed anymore, so it's been what? 1 year and about 6 months since I haven't smoked any ganji. You know what I mean? Can't do that shit no more. So that's all I can do. Smoke a black and mild. Yeah, trucking on your mental health, bro. Like, if you the type of person that's very outgoing, and I'm not saying you can't be outgoing in trucking, because you go through so many different states. Like right now I'm taking my 34-hour reset, you know what I mean. At some point in time when I was at Trans Am, I was actually thinking about getting renting a Turo, you know what I mean, and just go places depending on where I'm at. Like right now I'm going to Walnut, California, and one time when I used to work at Trans Am, I used to deliver in Walnut for the Tropicana loads, and I had checked to see how far downtown LA was. It turns out it was only like 30 minutes away, and I wanted to go to downtown LA, you know what I mean, but I didn't get to go. I actually wanted to take this 34-hour reset in California so I could go to downtown LA this trip, but it's not gonna work like that, because I'm gonna be out of time before I get the load there, so I might as well take my 34-hour reset right now. So, you know what I mean? You can still be outgoing in trucking. You can still do stuff out here. There's a lot of sightseeing. When I go up to Utah and all those states, Arizona, with all the canyons and stuff, I always stop and look at the sightseeing, you know what I mean? Take some pictures. Sometimes I include them in some of my videos. Sometimes I don't, you know what I mean? But trucking and your mental health, bro, you got to keep your shit straight, you know what I mean? You got to get out the truck, because sometimes you be driving for 10 hours a day, you stop, you shower, you eat, and then, you just go back inside the truck and you go sleep. You gotta get out the truck sometime. You gotta take a walk. You know what I mean? Because this thing that's being in this little truck all day, bro, it can get to your mental, you know what I mean? When you think about your family back home, especially if you got a kid and all that, like a wife and all that stuff, you know what I mean? It can get to you. So you wanna give me a second. Yeah, you wanna get out your truck. You wanna get out of the truck all the time, you know what I mean? Walk around, you know what I mean? Do some exercise. You know what I mean? I personally, like, the way I've been eating a lot of fast food lately. But when I had just started out, I used to buy food and I used to cook in my truck. You know what I mean? I still do cook in my truck, but lately I haven't been doing it so much because this truck doesn't have a refrigerator, and I actually bought a refrigerator. The price difference was only $10 for the smaller one. And the bigger size one was like, I think it was like $120, and I had the OS&D and some chicken in my truck, so I wanted to keep that chicken, so I bought the bigger refrigerator. I struggled to put it in after I got it out the box and all that stuff. Struggled to put it in the truck. Decided I was gonna keep it up on the front seat. Didn't work out, bro. Like, it was blocking the mirror completely, so I decided to put it right here in the back. Put it right there in the back, and I couldn't maneuver around. It was so big, bro. So I put it up top, and the next thing before I put it up top, I plugged it in, and I had the chicken inside there, and then it didn't work out. It seems like it was too big for the inverter, you know what I mean? The inverter couldn't power it. So I ended up taking it out my truck when I got at the crib. Taking it out my truck, plugged it in inside my house, and it was working fine. So turns out the inverter couldn't carry it. So I haven't been cooking like I used to. But I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get a smaller refrigerator, see if I can fit it somewhere inside here. Maybe put it on the top bunk or something, you know, and strap it down. That's the only thing I don't like about the setup in this truck. It doesn't have a space designated for a refrigerator. I was thinking about removing this bottom piece right here to the side and like fitting it, but the fact of it is not my truck. I don't wanna, you know what I mean, interfere with all that stuff. So I'm not gonna do that, if and when I decide to get my own thing, you know what I mean, then I probably consider that. But I'm gonna buy a smaller refrigerator back because I like to have all my stuff in my truck, you know what I mean. I'm a yard man, so I have to cook my local food, you know what I mean. Shout out to all the Jamaicans that's been watching the channel, all those who subscribe. Big up man like Time to Shine. Likewise, you know what I mean, he's a driver here at VL, you know what I mean, always comment on my videos too, you know what I mean. Shout out to, I think it was Marine that reached out to me in my email also, you know what I mean, that watch my channel, Jamaican there also, you know what I mean. Shout out to all the Jamaicans, you know what I mean, because, it's a small world out here, and we're out here to get this, you know what I mean, get this money. You know what I mean, make something better for herself. And shout out to all my American friends. Likewise, so shout out to all my American subscribers. Shout out to all the people that come from different countries and subscribe and watch my channel, you know what I mean. So if I influence your decision in any shape, way or form, you know what I mean, in becoming a truck driver, or you know what I mean, just the positive energy that could, or just give you some advice, that's good enough for me, you know what I mean. I'm not necessarily looking for anything in return. I created my channel, so I said I could help people, give people information that most people won't put out there, you know what I mean. And so far, it's been working, you know what I mean. So I just wanted to pop in, give you guys a little inspirational message. You know what I mean. Today is voting day. Actually, I didn't really want to be out here on the road, but if you're out here on the road, things could get crazy depending on how the election go, one way or the other. But you know what I mean, be safe out there, you know what I mean. Watch yourselves, and keep subscribing to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Like the video, share the video, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one.